So the first one's in the book, so now this is like easy now, easy street.
No fight is ever easy, especially the more, every fight, you climb your way up the ladder, and every fight seems to get tougher and tougher, and now you're in the UFC, and they have the best girls in the world, and no fight's easy.
But at the very least, you got that Ultimate Fighter drama out in the fall, and you know how fight week works with these guys now. Does that make this week a little bit easier?
Actually, you would think that this fight week is nothing like the Ultimate Fighter fight week. I did a 13-hour media day yesterday, which I don't know if is, from what I'm told, that's actually not very standard for most fighters. So I don't know if it's just because there's so much anticipation and build up for this fight, but I hope that that's not what I can expect every fight, because it really does affect a fighter with your weight cut and your training, and I didn't get to train yesterday at all, and luckily my weight's on point, but yeah, it just shows you got to reevaluate and really come prepared on weight, because if I wasn't on weight, that 13-hour media day really would have affected me.
I'm assuming you were with Paige all day for all 13 hours. So how did that go, and how would you categorize your relationship with her? Is it?
I don't know why people have to say a relationship. There's no relationship with Paige. She's my opponent. The UFC put us in a situation to have to do all of our media together. So it is what it is. We both go out there. We're professionals. We show that. I'm not gonna sit here and have beef with her when I don't. I'm not gonna try to smack talk her. During the interviews, I'm not gonna give her dirty looks. There's no bad blood, and that's all about professionalism. There doesn't have to be bad blood going into a fight. It doesn't change the fact that we're two athletes. Come fight night. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna do our thing. We're probably gonna hug out afterwards. Maybe even I'll buy her a shot after I beat her. But it is what it is. We're not friends by any means. I'm not gonna feel bad putting my fists on her face.
Sure. They've put you in a position to really catapult this division in a hurry, I feel like, anyway. And as you talked about doing 13 hours of media, it really seems like they're using you guys to push the division. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a compliment when you really feel like you're pushing the division. So, but then it's also it puts more pressure on you, and sometimes you just want to focus on what got you here in the first place, which was training and staying disciplined to that, and your training schedule and your diet. And I know that obviously media comes along with it, but sometimes it's how do you find that line of where there's too much media and it's taking over what's the most important, which is your training, and so it's just trying to find that balance.
Yeah. Size her up for us. What's she most dangerous at, and where's she most dangerous to you?
As far as Paige goes, I don't really believe that she's any more dangerous. I don't really think she's dangerous anywhere. Every fighter, of course, it's a fight. It's an MMA fight, so you have to be, prepared for anything. And you can never underestimate anybody. But if I actually look at Paige's skills and my skills, I don't think she's dangerous striking. I don't think she's dangerous on the ground. I don't think she's a dangerous grappler. I don't think she possesses too much threats. I think that I should be able to beat her anywhere the fight goes.
You guys both fought Tecia Torres. Did you go back and look at her fight with Tecia to try and glean anything off of that?
I was actually there live, and I remember being there live and thinking, what is this girl doing in there? I watched it again, but it's hard to, really. Paige doesn't look like she really had any technical skills. So how do you train for somebody who you don't really think? If somebody has an awkward fight style, it's like, how do you really prepare for that? Because you don't necessarily know what's coming at you.
How do you see this thing going down on Saturday? And then if it goes in your favor, how do you see your standing in the division? I mean, division and every win is obviously huge, but you guys seem to be able to advance to a title shot much quicker than other divisions.
I definitely see myself winning on Saturday night. I know my hand will be raised at the end. As far as how I win, it's going to be dominant, whether it's a finish or if it's just a unanimous decision. But I know I believe this fight will be dominant. And as far as the division goes, I think because there's so much attention around this fight, everybody is saying like it's potential title contenders. I don't believe I'm a title contender right now. I think I still have a few more fights to go. I think there's a lot of other girls in line before me, so I wouldn't want to jump off, right off the bat, be like, oh, I'm ready for to take that title, because like I said, I think there's a lot of strawweight bouts going on right now within the next couple weeks, and we have to wait for those to play out too, to see where I stand in the division, where the other girls stand in the division, who really is worthy of that next title shot.